Hello, it's Debbie Gilbert, host of the Business Awards show and founder of the Best Business Women Awards and the Best SME Awards. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Sophie Watson, an award-winning soul coach and regional director for the Athena Network in Southwest Oxfordshire. Sophie has been supporting women since 2014, helping those who feel stuck, uncertain, or at a crossroads to reconnect with who they truly are and create a life and a business they genuinely love. Her work goes beyond traditional coaching, and she has a unique ability to get to the heart of what's holding somebody back, helping her clients move forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Alongside her coaching business, Sophie is deeply passionate about building communities where women feel supported, connected, and empowered to grow, something she does through leading her groups with the Athena Network. In today's conversation, we're going to be exploring what it really means to live a soul-aligned life and how to recognize what's holding you back and the small but powerful shifts that can help move you forward. Sophie was a silver winner in the Best Businesswomen Awards for Best Coach in 2025. So we'll also be chatting about what that award meant to her. So welcome, Sophie.
Thank you, Debbie. Excited to be here.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. So let's start off by talking about what brought you into being a coach.
It's a long story, but basically, my whole world fell apart. So
Oh,
back in 2012, I was living next door to my parents in a semi-detached bungalow where nothing had been done to it since 1970. So we were living in it and renovating it at the same time. I was in a job that I hated. My mum, who was 56 at the time, was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's and then 3 months later, breast cancer.
wow.
And my husband and I were diagnosed with unexplained infertility. So we had all of that going on at once. And I thought I was coping, but actually, in reality, I wasn't at all. And it all came to a head. And I then had to take a step back and go, okay, what do I have control over? And obviously, it was my job. So I said to myself, okay, what do I want to do instead? Well, in the lead up to all of this, I had been learning healing modalities and I'd been sitting in a spiritual development group. So it was all the spiritual stuff that I absolutely loved. And I went, okay, well, I want to be running my own business, doing healing work.
Mm.
And that's where it started. So literally, as soon as I said that's what I wanted to do, a business coach appeared in front of me. And so, not knowing that I needed a business coach, that then led me on the pathway to running my own business. And 24 January 2014, I started running my business full time. So it started off as stress, helping men and women with stress and anxiety. And I soon realized that actually I was freaking the men out because of the work that I was doing. I wasn't telling them exactly what it was how I would help them, but I was telling them that I could help them with stress and anxiety. And the men were literally running for the hills. And the women, they they were absolutely loving it, even though some of them were coming to me and saying, Sophie, if you told me what you were doing beforehand, I wouldn't have come. But I'm so glad that I did. They were the ones that were really benefiting. They were the ones that I really loved working with. So as I learned more and more healing modalities as the years went on, I realized that actually the work that I was doing wasn't just about stress and anxiety. It was about helping those women understand who they truly are as a soul. And it was about supporting them to clear anything that's preventing them from becoming that person that they were always meant to be. And then helping them and supporting them to create a life that they love instead. So
Amazing. And then the Athena Network, when did that come into your life?
That came in very early on in my business. So literally in the first year of running my business, I joined the Athena Network. So I was a member for nearly 10 years before becoming a regional director.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it was just it, I just found it so supportive. And obviously my ideal clients were there because they're all women. So it's just a magical place to be, I think.
It is. I love the Athena Network. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So, you talk about helping women to reconnect with who they truly are. So, what are the sort of common things that you see that are holding women back from doing that?
A lot of the time it's through fear of what other people are going to think.
Mm,
Also, they're following what society says they should or shouldn't be, and maybe what their parents told them they should or shouldn't do. So there's a lot of restriction around. So, for example, somebody doing the kind of work that I do, there can be a lot of comeback from that. People sort of like questioning and saying, "Oh, you can't really do that. You're scamming people." All that kind of
mm,
thing, because they don't believe in connecting with spirit or energies. And so therefore there can be a lot of stigma behind it. So a lot of those women hold themselves back. But in everyday jobs as well,
mm.
we get held back. And a lot of the time, again, it's through fear. It's it can be things that have happened in the past. So
Yeah, good childhood trauma.
childhood trauma, even work stuff that's happened in the workplace. So
Mm,
being bullied by a boss or another colleague, all of that stuff holds us back. And so we need to understand what it is that's holding us back in the first place. And a lot of the time, my clients think that they've dealt with those issues. But if I pick it up, it's because there's still more work that they need to do. So
mm. And we see a lot of this with awards where women and men hold themselves back from entering. It's a confidence thing sometimes, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of um again, it's what will other people think?
Yeah.
Will they think that like I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not? Or yeah,
Bragging.
bragging about the
Yeah.
work that I do. But actually, the respect that you get from other people when you have got an award, it's
Mm.
like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I
Well,
enter sooner?
that kind of brings me on to talk about what made you enter the Best Business Women Awards last year, and how was that experience for you? Bearing in mind, a lot of the time you're working on other people's confidence and building them up. So, how did it work for you and the experience?
So I was I was told a few years ago that I should be entering awards. And I'm like, yeah, well, let's see. So I continued doing my work, but because I had that in the back of my mind, I always knew that I was going to eventually enter an award. And this person had said to me, like, these are the things that you need to do. You need to start building up like this evidence. And so I had a little folder on my computer where I thought, okay, I'll just put things that I've done, I'll put that into the folder, and then when I'm ready, I'll enter. And it just so happened that last year was the year I just kept getting in the back of my mind. It's like when anything important comes to me, it ruminates in the back of my mind for a little while, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I need to do it this year.
Mm,
So yeah, and I thought, well, I'm not very good at writing. That writing is not
mm,
my strong point. So I thought, right, I'll hire someone within the Athena network that I know, a copywriter that can write my award entry for me. And that's what I did. So I just needed to give her all the evidence and then she wrote it. And yeah, it was amazing because I it gave me even more confidence because somebody
mm,
else was saying, Sophie, this is really good stuff.
mm.
It's like let's include this, let's take this out. So yeah, it did boost my confidence to. enter and to maybe look at entering more awards in the future.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. I mean, the best coach is quite a hard category to get shortlisted for the Best Business Women Awards because you can imagine we get a lot of coaches applying for it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a real, testament to all the hard work that you've done and all the people you've helped and supported that you impressed all of our judges with all of that. So I think it's really lovely
Yeah.
that you've been recognised for all that hard work.
Thank you.
Um, so let's go back to talking about the term soul aligned life because it is out there quite a lot now, this term. And I think a lot of people don't really understand what it means or what it looks like in reality. So explain a bit more about that and how it can change how people show up in work and in their relationships.
Okay. So for me personally, what I feel soul aligned life is, it's you living a life that is in total alignment with who you truly are. So it's like the things that you love. So you'd be running a business or being in the career that you absolutely love. You feel as though you've got a purpose being there. It's not necessarily easy, but there's an ease. It brings you joy. It's not like you'll keep coming up against brick walls or having to fight with people about anything. It's like it's just you're in your element. You are where you're meant to be, and you glow because of it. And that's the same with anything in life. It's got to be what is truly in alignment for you. So, an example of this would be one of the things that I do with my clients is called soul realignment. And it's basically looking at your personality. So, looking at your positive and your negative traits and understanding what is truly aligned for you and understanding the kind of behaviors that you exhibit when you make a choice that's out of alignment with who you truly are.
Mm,
And when you understand that, you can course correct really, really quickly. So when I had this, everything that I do with my clients, I've had done for myself. So when I had my soul realignment reading, it came up that my purpose is basically divine truth.
mm,
And so I can actually see what is the truth for somebody, and I
mm,
will speak it. Um, it's also like a lot of those that are divine truth are photographers or were photographers. I was a photographer
mm,
as a profession back when I was younger. So and that's about capturing the truth, capturing something as it truly is. So for me, when I did that for myself, it was like, this makes total sense.
mm,
This absolutely makes sense as to who I am. So I know going down certain pathways, this is in total alignment for me. I don't need to look at the things that might spark my interest, but actually I know they're not right for me. And that's what I give my clients, empower my clients with, is the knowledge of what is actually truly in alignment for them.
mm.
And sometimes they know this already, it's just confirming it for them. So it gives them more confidence as
And
well.
so the type of problems people are facing when they come to you, what's the sort of typical problems that you see? What sort of crossroads are people at when they reach out to you?
So a lot of the time, it's like they may have had something major happen in their life, and now they're like, well, I really don't know who I am anymore, or what's the right direction for me. Sometimes they could even be in business and they're just stuck. It's like
Mm,
they can't get past these certain barriers and they don't know why. And so when they come to me, it's about us uncovering what is really holding them back. And as soon as we acknowledge that, we can then do something about it.
mm,
So some of the times it's about just clearing that energy and doing the work, the healing work around it. Other times they can take physical action and do something about it now that they are aware of it.
mm.
So
So it almost feels like you've probably got a bit of a plate of spaghetti with a lot of tangled bits and pieces, and then You work with this person to untangle it and get some clarity and focus
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But we do it really quickly.
Do you? I was going to ask, that was my next question, actually. I mean, how long can people expect to work with you to get a transformation?
So we can do a transformation in one session.
Wow.
However,
Mm,
that can just be on one thing. That's like that's sorting out one piece of spaghetti.
yeah.
There's always a lot of other stuff there. I mean, I did a psychic mediumship reading for somebody the other day, and she literally said to me, she said, Sophie, this would have taken me probably months to have sorted out if I'd done therapy. But
Mm,
because I can pick up on
mm.
what is really going on, we can deal with it really, really quickly within minutes.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, but most of my clients, they work with me over 10 weeks
Yeah.
because it's getting them into good habits as well.
Yes.
Because we tend to go into situations with the same coping mechanisms
Yeah.
that we've had for years, which
Mm,
actually are no longer serving us.
mm,
And it's like Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results. So why not change how you're responding, how you're reacting, so that you can then get a different result?
mm.
And that's what I'm teaching my clients to do. So they're getting different results. They're understanding who they truly are. We're clearing any blocks and restrictions that and patterns that keep coming up into their lives. And then we're getting really clear about what is it that they do really want? How do they want their lives to be moving forward? Because a lot of them don't really know that at the very beginning. But
No.
it's when we do all the clearing work and get acknowledge exactly what's going on for them, we can then decide, okay, what is it that you want? And then I can help them get into the right energy in order to manifest and create that for themselves.
And is that done online or in person or both?
It's all done on Zoom.
Oh, right. So that's really good. So you can work with anyone anywhere.
Yeah, so I've got clients in Australia and France and all over the place because I'm doing it on Zoom. And it doesn't
Mm,
make a difference as to whether or not I'm with them
mm,
or physically with them or on Zoom.
mm,
It's I'm still picking up on exactly the same energy.
Brilliant. So let's talk a bit about the Athena Network, because obviously you stepped into being a leader after being in the network for 10 years. But with that comes quite a lot of additional work and responsibility. So talk me through the decision to become a regional leader and what you've gained from doing that.
So again, like I said to you earlier, these things pop into my mind, and it's like Lindsay McLaughlin was selling her region, which is the Southwest Oxfordshire
Mm,
region that I now own. And because I'd been in Athena for a long time, I knew Lindsay really well.
mm,
And she'd posted on Instagram and Facebook that she was selling the region. And I was like, oh, I maybe need to look into this. This is sparking interest. So I pay attention to how I'm feeling about stuff and what sparks my interest. So I thought I'll just give her a call and see like what it involves and everything. So Lindsay and I got onto a phone call, and it was the funniest phone call the two of us have ever had. So she was driving home from somewhere, and she said, my phone might cut out. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So we were on the phone for an hour, and it lasted an hour because literally the phone was cutting out. Every time she got to the figures to tell me how much it was to buy the region, the phone would cut out. So we were just laughing the whole time. Anyway, I thought, I'm going to look into this. I feel that it's right.
mm,
And the Southwest Oxfordshire region has the Whitney Group. So
hmm
I used to work in Whitney many years ago. So I've never lived in Oxfordshire, but I worked in Whitney, and I used to do, it's part of my job, I used to do the corporate gifts. So I used to go out to different areas in Oxfordshire to deliver the vouchers to use in our studio. And so I knew the area really well. I've still got connections in the area. So I thought, it just feels like coming home.
Mm.
This feels absolutely right. And so I ended up buying the region. And then I realized that actually the Southwest Oxfordshire, it's my initials, SW. So I'm
Oh,
like,
it is.
yeah.
Oh my God, I never noticed that.
So I was like, it was obviously meant to be my region. And everything just went so easily that I knew I was really meant to be running it.
So how long have you been running it now?
2 years this in 1st of April.
Oh, so quick. And were you actually in those groups or were you in a different Athena
I
region?
was in the Reading region.
Right, okay.
Um, but yeah, I had
Yeah,
visited because using Pass Plus, going and
yeah,
visiting all the different groups
I
that you
know.
can within Athena.
Brilliant.
I already knew some of the members. And in
Mm.
fact, one of the members I knew really, really well. And then when I actually met her in person, it was like we hadn't ever not met in person
Mm.
because our meetings we'd always met online. And
Yeah.
it just felt like I knew her anyway. So it didn't feel any different.
No. And I've been to your groups and I love the way you run them. You're such a calm, sort of like very calm. You just run things in such a really lovely way. And I just love the way it's feels very relaxed,
Thank you.
productive. So how many groups have you got?
So I've currently got two. I'm
Hmm.
also helping one of the other regional directors look after her region as well. So so I'm currently running 4 meetings a month.
And what
But
is it you've gained from networking over the years, apart from clients?
oh, friends. I
Mm,
mean, I've got where I'm actually going to see Alanis Morissette with some of the Athena women because
mm,
like we have those one-to-ones, we have those conversations, and I absolutely love music. And so that's one of the things I always talk about in a one-to-one. And it's a great way to connect. And
mm,
you end up finding that you've got so much in common with people that you have one-to-ones with.
mm,
It's not just about building business relationships. It's like you can build some really amazing friendships,
mm,
and obviously then they refer you, you refer them. You can collaborate as well, which is an amazing thing to do. So yeah, you end up helping a lot of people, even though you're not necessarily working with them.
mm. It's an ecosystem. It's what I
Yeah.
always say to people when people go, "Oh, networking doesn't work," and my
Mm.
answer back to them is always, "Well, what have you done?" And then they'll reel off all these networking groups, and I'm like, "But what have you done? Like, what did you do after those meetings?" And normally done absolutely nothing. They've just
Yeah.
showed up at a meeting with some business cards and think that that's going to magically gain them new clients, new contacts, new
Oh,
collaborations. It's not going
absolutely
to
no.
happen, is it?
No, no, it is all about the follow-up. And
Mm,
it's like Athena is so, so supportive. I mean, the number of times that I've had things happen in my life and then the Athena
mm,
women come out in force.
mm.
But they wouldn't be coming out in force if I'd just shown up with a business card.
So true. It's so true. And I think people don't realize the depth of relationships that you can build from networking. I've got probably 4 or 5 people I'd class as very close friends that I've met through networking.
Yeah,
Because they get it. The people you meet networking who run a business themselves, they get the challenges that you're faced with,
yeah.
which your friends, as much as they're lovely, will not always understand that.
No, if they're not running a business themselves, it's like, what are you talking about? Or in fact, when it's family,
Oh.
it can be, how's your little business going?
Yeah.
Little business. You really do not understand.
I know, and they can be quite patronizing family, I think, sometimes about it as well. And like you've just said, not necessarily take you seriously. So I think networking offers so many benefits. And, as I said to someone literally the other day, the Athena Network's been going for over 20 years. They must be doing something right.
Exactly.
That was my words to them.
Yeah.
Because actually, there's a lot of networking that's sprung up since then. But they often spring up and they're there for a year or less sometimes and then disappear again. And the longevity of the network, I think, is its superpower, really.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the values behind it as
Mm,
well.
definitely. So, if someone's listening today to the podcast and they're feeling either stuck with their personal or their business life, and they're really unsure of how to make a move to try and change things, what's the one step they could take today to take things forward?
So they could just take a look at their lives and
Mm,
just and go, okay, where do I have control?
mm,
Just like I did way back when. It's
mm,
like, where do I have control?
mm,
And then from there, they can start making decisions because they've got to acknowledge exactly what is going wrong right
yeah.
now. And as soon as you acknowledge, and I mean, it's like looking at every area of your life, not just business. And your personal life is going to be affecting your business life and vice versa. So don't ever separate them. It's like look at them individually. Yes, what is going on here that is actually, or is that affecting this?
Mhm,
So look at those. But yeah, really do acknowledge what is really going on. And sometimes it could you could just write a list of everything that's going on
mhm.
and see what is really standing out to you. Um, yeah, it's that first step is just acknowledge.
And I mean, you touched on a couple of personal things at the beginning of the interview about infertility and dealing with dementia. And, so you've obviously come through your own personal challenges. So what's really helped you to power forward?
Me, I feel it's getting the help that I
Mm,
needed in those moments.
mm,
Um, and just yeah, I mean, there's been so many times because not only did I have the infertility and my mum with the Alzheimer's, but both my parents passed within 5 months of each other,
oh my goodness, that was a lot
which
to cope with.
was a shock. I
Mm,
fell out with my sister. It's
mm,
like my whole life completely changed within the space of 6 months.
mm,
So it's like when you are in those moments, don't think that you can do it all on your own because you
mm,
can't.
mm,
You need others to support you. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with everyone around you and tell people when you can't cope. I mean, it's like when my parents passed away, I literally said to my clients that I was really honest with them and I said, look, I might not be able to be in the right space to work with you right now.
mm,
But I'll let you know. So please just be understanding. And they were absolutely understanding. They supported me in those times. And I basically put my business on hold for about 6 months, just continued working with the clients that I had, but I wasn't putting anything out there to attract more in because I knew that I couldn't cope
mm.
with having more
Yeah.
clients coming in. And I think I put it on hold in the April. The August was the best month that I'd had in business for a long, long time because I
Mm,
had taken that break. I
mm,
had taken my foot off the pedal, and people that I'd spoken to 18 months beforehand went, Sophie, I'm ready to work with you. And so that's when I started picking up a bit more because it's me going, I'm going to look after my own energy. I'm going to look after myself first and foremost. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to step back into it again. Not completely get rid of it
you know,
completely, but just pause it for the moment.
True. They talk about the fact you should put your own life jacket on first,
Hmm.
don't they? And look
Yeah,
after yourself. And,
exactly.
often we forget about that and we try and strive forward. So that's really good advice. And thank you for sharing that because I know it's deeply personal, but you've you're kind of really inspirational to other people because you've got through that really challenging times and come out the other side. And, that's testament to the work that you've done on yourself. And I think you can't support others if you haven't really been through those troubling times yourself, because
No,
you're
how
coming at this from a very lived experience, aren't you?
exactly. And it's just giving people the courage to take those steps when I can say, look, I've been there,
Mm.
I've done it, and this is how I dealt with it. I've learnt the lessons of
Mm.
what is the right way and the wrong way so that you don't have to.
So let's finish off by talking about what's the plans for the next year, 18 months. So what sort of things are you working on at the moment?
So there's lots to work on. So I've actually got three businesses, so I'm working on all three businesses,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's yeah, just basically continuing to work with those women who are at a crossroads. It's
Mm,
continuing to support them. And I'm continually learning more and more skills as well. So it's helping them in a bigger way than I
mm,
have done previously. So yeah, so it's like adding new techniques in, new things. And I connect, like my connection with spirit is getting even stronger. So
mm,
things are coming in super quick now. So yeah, so it's just building upon that, building my Athena groups.
mm.
And then my third business is just basically just keeping that in the background, just doing what it does. Just it's a bit of fun. It's more about me releasing my creativity into that one. So
What is it?
what
Plus.
is it? It's called Marvelous Marvin's Fur
Oh,
Baby Art.
oh, wow.
And
So
it's
you're an artist
basically,
as well.
yeah, well, so it's creating artwork from photos of people's pets. So
Oh,
it's
that's lovely.
yeah, it came about when we lost one of our dogs, and
Mm,
it really helped me with the grieving
mm,
process.
mm,
So now when somebody sends me their photos, it's about me connecting with that animal and
mm.
then turning it into something that shows who they were truly were or are.
Oh,
And it's about matching the background in with the person's decor so that
mm.
it fits into its environment and looks like it really belongs there as well.
So that's a real passion, clearly, that you've
Yeah,
got for doing that. Oh,
yeah.
it's lovely. Well, it's been lovely talking to you today.
Likewise,
I
Debbie.
feel quite chilled now, which I always feel when I'm in your presence. So thank you for joining me today. We will be adding Sophie's links into the show notes today. So if you are a businesswoman based in the Athena area of Southwest Oxfordshire or any area actually, because Athena have groups all over the world, you can hop on and have a look. And we'll also add Sophie's links for her coaching business, and we can add your fur baby project as well, can we? Yeah,
Yeah,
we can add that in as well. So if you feel you're in that situation where you're a bit stuck and you're not moving forwards in the way that you had hoped to, then you can contact Sophie for some advice and support. So thank you for joining me. I wish you every success on your business journey. I'm sure we're going to be seeing you on more stages collecting awards for the work you're doing. So well
thank
done.
you.
And I wish you continued success.